Hi Leo, welcome to your Harsh Truth reading for September 14th through October 15th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. I hope the sound is okay. If it's not, please let me know. If this is about a person, this could resonate with theirs or your moon, rising, or Venus sign. Speaking of it being about a person, I'm going to have a little side pull over here for specifically for your person. 8 of Pentacles is going to jump, just FYI. Could be you're working. Very busy month, could be. So just know that that'll be after the general read. It'll be a little over here, and then it'll be before I do the cards and the dice. Okay, all right, Leo. Harsh Truth. What's that? Some kind of financial extra income coming in, or is it just a busy month? Is it you're able to pick up extra shifts and you get more money or a raise because of overtime? You're busy and you're being rewarded for it. You're in a good place as far as that goes. That was gonna jump, the World card. Looked like the 9 of Cups was underneath it. All right, Leo. Okay, Leo. And I just looked up at the clock and it was 1, 2, 3, or the timer, 1, 2, 3. Sun card, there you are, Leo. Hello. Leo. Knight of Cups, hello. Queen of Cups, oh boy. Scorpio, I read that as Scorpio, Cancerian. 3 of Cups, all right. 5 of Wands. King of Pentacles, King of Wands, I read that as Sagittarius. And 2 of Swords. All right, so there's little guys here. Oh, the next bolt. There we go. I have short, stubby nails. All right, what was that? That was going to be the Queen of Swords that was going to jump. That could be Libra. Is that you thinking? Is that why you're working so much so you have time to think, or are you just sort of working on? Are you, it almost feels like you kind of come into a new circumstance here, like there's been a change of course or something has changed, and being busy is helping you kind of process that change and be very sort of systematic and just decisive about it, help you figure out what the best way to go about handling this new situation or acclimating to it. All right, so what's this? What's this Knight of Cups here? It's just Knight of Cups. There's Queen of Swords. Okay. Okay. Interesting. What's this 3 of Cups about for Leo? Wow. Okay. 3 of Cups, 10 of Cups. What's this Queen of Cups? No rest for the weary, right? Ah. Okay. You're dealing with someone again. You're talking to someone again, gonna see if maybe, try to get some headway on how you feel, what's best, what should we do. You're talking with someone again. But you might find it difficult because it's kind of, it feels good right now. So you might not be very level-headed about it. You might be getting a little ahead of yourself and just wanting to kind of revel in that feel-good. And for some reason, it's almost like you need to have your wits about you. Like you need to kind of stay rational and not get swept away. You need to stay rational and not get swept away here. And as much as you want to kind of feel like you see eye to eye with this person, is this somebody new? That you've got to make sure that there's balance here, that you're not getting swept away, because it feels like things are good and you want to just really revel in that, and you should. It's just there's a sense of you kind of getting swept away with that again, and then maybe ending up here again to where you need some time. So, all right, I need more. What's this 5 of Wands here? What's this 5 of Wands? 9 of Cups. Okay, so this is really about wanting a meeting of the minds and sort of understanding and coming to a clearing and getting all the gunk worked out so that you can have this sort of reunion, or this things can get back to where it's just good times, good stuff, you know. What's this Two of Swords about here? This Two of Swords. Five of Wands. All right. What's this King of Wands about? Leo. I was going to say Sagittarius. I read that as Sagittarius, Leo. Look at that. Five of Wands. Two of Swords. Okay. All right. You are making room for someone again. That it might be too early to do that. Might be too early to make room for somebody. You're getting a little ahead of yourself here. You still need to hammer out some details. You still need to, in this new situation, to adjust and acclimate and take things slowly instead of just going pew for the finish line, because there's going to be hiccups along the way, and there should be because you're moving too fast. So you are in a situation where you're kind of moving too fast. You need to slow down. I think that's why the Queen of Wands was going to jump, and why that that Eight of Pentacles, I think, jumped in the beginning. This is about doing the work, being methodical, doing what makes sense, and leaving room for that sort of analytical perspective, as well as the joy and the celebration. I'm a little worried about the hiccups that could happen, because you're kind of, it's like it's gaining momentum, and you need to hold space for the sort of logical, reasonable, rational side, instead of just like kind of letting the emotions run away with what really feels good. There just needs to be a balance, that's all, because you tend to lose yourself in the momentum, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, I need time to think. And because it feels good at first, you know, it's exciting, it's enjoyable, and you're working stuff out, and you're kind of, you know, you're heard, and you're if there's disagreements, it's like it's almost like, I don't know, it just feels really like you're just getting to the bottom of something and clearing the air, and then that's the end of it. It's not. It's not the end of it. It's going to be a part of it. It should be a continuous part of it. And this is saying that you kind of want that to just be something where you clear the air and then you're good. For whatever this is, it's going to take the work. It's going to take maintaining, not living there solely, but maintaining the rational part of it. And that has to be coupled with the feel-good part of it and the emotional connection. It needs to be a part of that, because this needs to be a part of your dynamic with whoever this is, family member, new relationship, work. There needs to be you doing the checks and balances and advocating for what you want throughout whatever this is. Because for the Leos I'm reading for, there can be kind of losing yourself and just giving over, because you want that enjoyment and contentment and that peace. And you might advocate in the beginning for certain things and kind of show them what you're made of in the beginning, but then you're like a big teddy bear 3 months in, because of your attachment and your feelings and the love that you have. And it kind of reminds me of a boundary issue, that there needs to still be Leo's values and boundaries in place, as well as you loving someone, as well as you feeling emotionally attached and bonded to someone. You can still have your boundaries, and you can still have your values, and you can still have Leo space. Because it seems like after a while it becomes really fluid, and it's hard for you to kind of put yourself first, or put your wants and desires front and center. You'll certainly make room for somebody else's and sort of advocate for them, and, you know, but it's hard for you to be Leo in a relationship after a certain point, because you give over too easily. And perhaps this is you trying to, you know, put yourself first and understand, but it's also you wanting to feel that joy and celebration and enjoyment, and you should. You're entitled to it. Everybody deserves that. Just keep your wits about you. Just understand the dynamics of what's going on, and clearing the air is good, but if you let things go long enough, then you have to clear the air again. Let things go long enough, then you have to clear the air again. You get to be assertive every day. You don't have to just go and then lay down for 3 months and then No, you can be assertive every day. You can make space for Leo every day. You can speak Leo's mind every day. I know you know this. I'm preaching to the choir. And it's just, again, it's that generous nature of yours that you're like, oh, okay. And it's just thinking, these two jumped, I'll show, thinking that, okay, once I've spoken to it, that's the end of it. We've addressed it. We're good. We can go on. Other people aren't like that. You're like that for the Leos I'm reading for, but the other people, they're just not like that. It's not one and done. At least in the situation you're dealing with. It's gonna take some of Leo having their boundaries and maintaining themselves. Not that, now understand, it could very well be, this is Strength and Six of Swords. It could very well be that the person or situation you're dealing with isn't bad and is not going to take you repeatedly having to defend yourself and stand up for yourself, because honestly, who wants to be in a situation like that? That's exhausting, and you're going to, after a while, it just gets old of constantly having to be on alert and high alert and on guard all the time. So it's not saying that it's going to have to be that energy all the time. It's just that I feel like and it's not showing here, but it feels like there needs to be a balance of you needing to have your wits about you. Not that you need to guard against whatever interaction this is, but I feel like once someone passes a certain test, then everything's fine forever and always, and it's just not like that. People need to be checked. People need to be, people are going to mess up. People are going to be human. And I think that this is you wanting it to once you clear the air, everything's fine. And it's just simply not that case. You owe it to yourself to not let down your boundaries or your guards, or to carve out Leo space. And the other person's human. So I don't want you to get hurt. I don't want you to get disappointed and upset and, well, then that's it. That's the end of it. It doesn't have to be, because they're human and so are you. And it feels like wanting to be that joyous, that level of optimism and happiness and all of that to have that, you kind of forego boundaries or forego sort of red flags. You know what I mean? Because this feels really good. Okay, so this is Strength, and this is Six of Swords. All right, so this could be that, being patient with the drama, being patient with, and being sort of having your wits about you, using logic and intuition instead of getting emotional and angry and all that. It's just sort of giving something time to play out. It might be a little dramatic right now, but give it time. There's no rush to the finish line, like, okay, yeah, whatever. I just want to feel happy. No, give it time. Give this time to work itself out. Okay, so these were going to jump. I'm going to pull another one. But it's almost like the happy and the logical. It's just going to need time to play out this situation. Oh, I haven't even gotten to the person yet. Okay, let me do the person here. So I'm leaving those because they jumped. And I was going to pull some, and then I just remembered I have to do your person. Let me do the person. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to pull another one. I'm going to leave that there to remind me. All right. That's for Leo's person now. Leo's person. Oh, that's too many. Leo's person. Leo's person. King of Wands right here. I read that as Sagittarius. All right, whoopsie. Four of Pentacles. Okay, this Strength, Leo. This then the Four of Pentacles. All right, so this is honestly, this feels like somebody that wants the dust to settle, and is willing to give it time. And it feels like you're a little spooked. And so you're kind of, and 1 minute you might be really excitable, like ready to spar and ready to go there. And the next minute you're feeling joyous and you really kind of want to celebrate. And then, so they're kind of wanting things to kind of settle in and settle down. And you're kind of on edge. And because of that, you're happy 1 minute, you're defensive the next, you're suspicious the next, and then you just want to be happy. And then you want, and I don't mean to, I'm not making light of that and saying, wow, Leo, you're all over the place. But it seems like, you're kind of easing into something, and we got the Strength card showing up twice, and now I kind of feel bad because I'm like, oh, are you scared? because you're awfully reactionary. For the Leos I'm reading for, you got a good thing and you're kind of like, you're wanting to show that, hey, don't mess with me, which is good. Having that Leo time and, having boundaries, that's good. But you go from that to being happy to wanting this and this person right here that you're dealing with, they're just kind of wanting to see where it goes. They're waiting for things to kind of settle and see what's what. And wanting to, they feel like they're in it for the long haul. It feels like you're suspecting that they're not, or that this is new enough to where you're still suspicious of this person and you don't quite know their character. So it's kind of like, oh, Leo, because it feels like you're wanting to get to that really fun part of the relationship where it's happy and it's settled and you're optimistic and you can trust and it's just like joy all the time, and whether that's realistic or not, that's what you're going for. But you're feeling like you still need to kind of show that you're strong and you're this and that, when you really want to kind of just let down your guard and be yourself, or be safe, or just be happy. There's still that part of you that's like, nope, I need to be, and here I am for most of the reading telling you, just have your wits about you. Well, that's why though, because it feels like for the Leos I'm reading for, you're either one or the other. You don't maintain the boundaries as well as the happy. It's almost like you're either happy and that flowery, floaty, lovey feeling, or you're forever over here keeping your boundaries and like, well, we'll see. You know what I mean? So it just feels like it might be kind of hard for you to hold both, to have Leo front and center, taking care of Leo, making sure everything checks out with Leo, but also really enjoying someone and enjoying your time with them. And it just feels like it's hard for you to do both. It's like going to extremes, to where everything's really happy and joyous, to leave me alone, I need time to think, I'm upset, or I'm not sure. It could be fear. Could be you're in the discovery period with someone. You've just met them, things are working out, you're discovering, you're wanting to talk, you're wanting to kind of hash things out. But then after that, you kind of settle into a groove and learn to either trust or not. And it feels like maybe you don't know if you can. And that might be why you want to keep someone at bay, or keep that kind of, because what if they let you down? What if they disappoint you after you've let your guard down and then someone got you again? That's no fun, is it? It feels like that's what you're battling against, that you're wanting to just get to the good part, because it's too hard for you to have boundaries, to hold both, to hold Leo and to hold this person. It's hard for you to do both. I hope that made sense. It's going like this from one extreme to the other. Okay, so I'm pulling another one of these. All right, what else for Leo? Oh yeah, this is nuanced. And I always feel like I'm talking in circles when it comes to something like this, because it's new, it's layered. Because you present one way, but then underneath there's this reason, but then it changes. It's like ping-pongy. That's okay. I mean, that's life, but okay. Okay. So there's boundaries and balance, and giving things time, taking some time. We got that here with the Strength card. Also, that could be feelings of self-worth, that needs to be. So there's this sort of blustery ego energy, because underneath there could be some insecurities and feelings of self-worth that are, a struggle. But that's why you give things time for someone to eventually, to see how and what, and because you don't just fall in love with the person, you fall in love with their circumstances too. So it feels like your person, if you're dealing with the person, is willing to take that time. The question is, are you, or can you? I mean, it looks like it might be, there's that Eight of Pentacles that came in the very beginning of the reading. Might be work for you, might be that's what you're working on. And so you need to work on that and take some time for you before you get too involved over here. So it's going to be self-work. Oh my goodness gracious, 20 minutes in and I finally get it. This is working on yourself so that you can enjoy eventually this relationship. This is you needing to work on your boundaries, yourself, your feelings of insecurity. Not saying, oh, you're insecure, but as you go along. This is keeping you front and center and your issues in check, because this is new and you're just wanting to make sure to do it right, or to be forthright, to be the good Leo that you are. This is just you trying to keep yourself in check and do right. And it's probably work, because for the Leos I'm reading for, there are boundary issues here. You kind of want to get to the good stuff real quick, and that's always gotten you in trouble. And so you're like, okay, I want to do this differently. I'm just learning as I go. So this makes sense now. Frankly, I'm glad this showed up, because sometimes I feel like, am I making any sense? Okay, so we got the temperance here. It's like, you know what? Just take some time. This is going to go where it goes, and your job is you first. Okay, all right. Good Lord. Oh, I did that one. Okay. Gracious. What's this Four of Pentacles here? Might as well do that. I might as well clarify them. What's this Four of Pentacles? Eight of Pentacles. So is this you and your person coming together to work things out? Because we had the Eight of Pentacles for you too when it first came out in the beginning. Is there a lot going on so that you need some balance because you're working on this relationship with someone and you're also busy at work? No rest for the weary, huh? What else for Leo? For this Strength card. What else for this Strength card? Oh. 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so it seems like they might be more willing to give this sort of time to play out and see what happens. And you're kind of doing the work for both of you. You're stressing out enough for both of you. So, as I suppose Leos are wont to do, right? So just it's funny because I think I gave a reading a little while ago about how I was like, don't do for them what they should be doing for themselves or whatnot. And it seems like you're doing it again just because you want to make sure everything's okay and you're taking care of everything. But you end up alleviating someone of their responsibility or accountability in a relationship when you do that. And that's a boundary issue. So I think you're working on that. I think the person's working on themselves. I think this is kind of a meeting of the minds right now. Like you're with somebody that has the same goals as you do. You two just don't know how to get there together. And that's okay. God bless you. I mean, you're both trying to figure it out. You know? Nothing wrong with that. What else for Leo? Oh, a new relationship blossoms. Okay. Oh, this is rather sweet because you're just wanting to do right. It seems like your person is too. You're just wanting to figure it out to be happy. Can't fault you for that. What else for Leo? Huh? Opportunity knocks, go for it. Yay. All right. You're doing all the things. No wonder you're busy. You're trying to do everything, and you're trying to do everything well. Yes, for Leo. There are, it's not a bad thing to say about somebody, right? You're just trying to be good at, and you're trying to just be the best you can be here and take care of everybody, like you always do. That's for Leo. Okay. All right, so we've got a Five of Swords on its side, which is maybe needing to think clearly, being in that halfway space between wanting to just look out for yourself and just, and being like, okay, I'm open-minded about this. I can go with the flow. You're trying. I mean, you're trying. We got the Six of Swords here and the Strength card. You're trying to go with the flow, trying to incorporate it all, trying to figure it out. God love you. And then we've got, let's see. I never get that one. Is that 9? Yeah, that's the 9 of Pentacles reversed. So feeling a little bit unsettled or just You might be projecting outwardly that I can do it all, we got this, we're going to work this out, but you might be doubting yourself. Internally, you might be going, oh my gosh, I don't know if I could do this, or I'm just so overloaded right now, and I'm feeling indecisive because I'm trying to do all the things. So give yourself a break. Give yourself a break. This is just, you can throttle back a little bit. Your person's not going anywhere. For the Leos I'm speaking with, they have a better understanding of this than you do. They're willing to do the work also. You're wanting to make sure everybody's okay and just get this to the finish line. There is no finish line until you arrive, and then there's a finish line, but you can't see it. And I don't think that's this person's goal. And I think it's almost like that imaginary, when I get here, when we're this, then we'll that. That's always going to be out in front of you. You're never going to really get there. I think, not sounding judgmental here, but I think your person might understand that better than you, because I think there's a real high energy vibe to this, and it comes from a good place. But it could just be that that's sort of impeding you at this point, because you're not able to take much in stride, because you're just trying to do it all, and you're just, and it's like, it's okay. You can throttle back a little bit. Nobody's expecting perfection here, except for maybe you. Get off your own back. It's fine. It'll get done. You're all right. Okay, so 27 minutes. Haven't done that in a while. I hope this was helpful. I hope you know you're doing good. And whoever, the Leos I'm reading for, whoever you're dealing with, they want to do the work. So good luck to you. Good luck to you both. Okay. All right. Much love to you, Leo. I hope to see you in the next reading. And you take care.